Hello everyone, welcome back. It is currently Saturday morning and I am going to be filming another video on the guinea pigs today. Today I am actually going to be doing the highly requested guinea pig cage cleaning video, which has been on my to-do list for a very long time, as a lot of people have asked for it. But first I wanted to show you what I pretty much wake up to every morning in the cages. This is Barbok and Shinobi's cage, and you can see that it is an absolute disaster zone. There is poop absolutely everywhere, toys scattered everywhere, cozy items just flipped over, and of course hay absolutely everywhere because they love pulling it out of their hay rack and throwing it on the floor. Right, Piggy? Yeah, who's naughty, Piggy? And now if we move to the bottom, we can see what Aries and Nimbus's cage looks like every single morning. It looks like a tornado just went through and destroyed everything. This is usually the worst of the cages because they tend to flip their igloos over and it just makes it look even messier. So if we zoom in here, you can see, again, hay absolutely everywhere, poop everywhere, huts flipped over, and just a huge mess. Okay, so now you have actually witnessed for the first time ever the disaster zone that my lovely guinea pigs greet me with every single morning, which isn't too exciting as it's a lot of work to clean, but oh well. So if your cages look like this every single morning, believe me, you're not alone. That's how they all are. But I don't mind cleaning it for them because I absolutely love them to pieces. Okay, so now moving on to the actual video. Today I'm going to be filming the cleaning of this top cage because it's just a lot easier to film into this top one instead of this one where I have to be constantly getting up to get to the trash can and stuff. So it just makes life a lot easier. So first I'll go ahead and show you the items that I use to clean my cage. Then I'll remove the piggies and put them in their playpen and film from the tripod. Okay, so these are all the things that I use to do my cage cleaning. If you have fleece in your cage already, you're probably familiar with all of these things, but I'm just showing everything in case there is anybody new to the whole fleece in the cage concept and wants to try it. So the first thing that I need at all times, even when I'm spot cleaning, is the dustpan and brush to sweep away poops, hay, and anything else that's in the cage into the trash can. Next, I use a 50% vinegar, 50% water solution to spray on the cage to kill any bacteria. So you just spray it on the cage and then wipe it away with a sponge or a moist towel. Next, I have the paper towel rolls to wipe away the vinegar water solution that you've sprayed on the cage. I usually use a little sponge, but I seem to have misplaced it and don't know where it is, so today I'm just going to be using some paper towels. This right here is just plain water that I spray on the cage to get rid of any lingering vinegar smell that may remain after I wiped it off with the towel. And the last thing that I need is obviously the fleece and the absorbent layer that I use in the bottom. So as the bottom layer of the cage, the layer that absorbs the urine and any water that leaks from the water bottle, I actually use absorbent bed pads that are waterproof in the bottom. I found that these actually work really well for me. I used to have towels in the bottom of the cage, but they just started getting really smelly in a matter of a day or two when I got a second guinea pig. It worked fine with one guinea pig, but with two, I don't know if it just saturates too quickly with urine and it just smells really, really bad. So these absorbent bed pads are what has worked very well for me. You can find them at any store that's like a Walmart, Kmart, Target in the US. And the last thing that I need, of course, is the fleece that goes on top of the absorbent layer that's in the bottom. The fleece just acts as a wick so that any moisture goes through and gets to the bottom layer, which is what will actually absorb it. So yes, these are the things that I use to clean my piggy cages. I'll just go ahead and put them, well, the top two pigs in their playpen, mount this on the tripod, and start filming the cleaning process.
Hello everyone!
So for these next few parts of the video where I'm actually doing the cage cleaning, I've decided to do a voiceover. So I apologize if it sounds a little bit strange. Okay, so now moving back onto the video. The first thing that you want to do when you're doing the cage cleaning is obviously remove all items from the cage. This includes huts, toys, dishes, potty pads, and also make sure to give a good shake to cozy items to get any hay and debris that you can off of them. The next thing that I do when cleaning the piggy cages is sweep off all of the potty pads into the trash can to get all the hay and poop off of it. Now I know that a lot of people don't use potty pads in their cages, but I have found that it helps me keep the cages cleaner a lot longer and helps them smell a lot better. So I just put some in the places where they urinate the most, which is in their huts, under the hay rack, and under the water bottle. I change the potty pads a few times throughout the week. The one under the hay rack is the one that gets the dirtiest, so I change it every other day. And the potty pads under the hut and water bottle I change every 3 or 4 days as necessary. I actually do not remove my hay rack from the cage when I'm doing the cage cleaning. I just lift it up and then hold it in place with a black binder clip, one of the big ones, and it just allows me to clean underneath it perfectly fine. Little bits of hay may fall here and there while I'm doing the cage cleaning, but I don't really mind it. I'm not very obsessive about it. If you want, what you can do is take a regular plastic bag and put it over the hay rack so that no pieces of hay trickle out while you're doing the cage cleaning under it. The next thing that I do is move to the side the top fleece layer and remove the absorbent layer underneath. I try to get the minimum amount of hay on it as possible. If some hay does manage to get on it, you can always just go ahead and sweep it off with the brush. The next thing to do is to shake off the fleece into the coroplast base of the cage. Now I used to do this in the trash can, shake the fleece off there and try to remove everything there, but it just got extremely messy and I would get hay all over the floor and everywhere. Plus it would take a lot more time to shake it into the trash can as you're trying not to spill everything on the floor. So I found that it's much easier to just shake it off into the coroplast tray and then sweep everything off from the tray. Try to remove as much hay as you can off of it, as washing machines can have lots of issues with hay getting stuck in them. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try to get off as much as you can. The next step is pretty self-explanatory. Just sweep up everything with the dustpan and brush and put it into the trash can. The next step is to spray the coroplast base with your cleaning solution, which in my case is a vinegar and water solution. You can use as much of it as you like, just make sure to wipe it off well afterwards. The next step is to wipe off the coroplast. You can use regular paper towels as I am, a sponge, or any other cloth that you have available. If it still smells like vinegar after wiping it off, you can go ahead and spray it with some plain water and wipe it off with a dry towel or cloth. Now it's time to dress up the cage again. So first lay down your absorbent layer, which in my case is the absorbent bed pad. Now this bed pad that I have doesn't cover the whole length of the cage, but that's okay because in the end that isn't covered. I just use the potty pad. The potty pads I use in the litter box and under the hay rack are waterproof, so nothing is going to get onto the coroplast. Now it's time to put the fleece over the absorbent layer that's in the bottom. I don't have custom cage liners that are made to the custom to the size of the cage. I just use 1-yard pieces of fleece that you get from the fabric store and just tuck it underneath the absorbent layer to make a nice little pad. Now it's time to put the potty pads back in the cage in the places where they urinate the most. Again, I use them under the huts, hay rack, and under the water bottle. And now you can also put the hay rack back in place after you place the potty pad underneath it. The next thing that I do is clean the piggy litter box that is under the water bottle and the igloos as well. Although the pad in the litter box is waterproof, I still like disinfecting it to make sure it's nice and clean. The igloos I only disinfect every few weeks as the pigs love biting on the entrance of it and it starts getting brown and nasty. So I just spray it with the vinegar water solution and then wipe it off. And now you're pretty much done and can put everything back in the cage. Put back their huts, toys, cozy items, tunnels, everything they will be using for that week. And now you're finally done. I know this video is a bit long, but this process of cleaning one cage usually takes me about 10 minutes. Alright everyone, and that's it for the cage cleaning. The pigs are currently back in their freshly cleaned out cage. They were just exploring everything and of course pooping everywhere. And obviously bickering because every time I clean the cage, they have to bicker to establish who's boss because it doesn't smell like them anymore. Oh, piggies. And now they're making a mess with their hay rack again. And if we move to the bottom pigs, this is their cage this week. As you can see, they've pooped everywhere already because this cage was cleaned first. Aries is having a little munch on the hay, and Nimbus, I don't know where he is. Maybe under here. There he is. Nimbus! Alright, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Again, nothing too exciting, but I hope that it helped some people as it was requested a few times, and Barbuck is popcorning everywhere because he loves his clean cage. So I'm just going to end this video now. A bye from Mr. Barbuck. Piggy. 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 Aww. A bye from Shinobi, who's having a little munch on hay right now. You're still popcorning. Shinny. Shinny. Of course, totally ignoring me. And a bye from the bottom pigs in the bottom cage. Mr. Nimbus. Bye, Piggy. Bye. And Mr. Aries, who's just being cute in his little hut. Huh? Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be some updates. Bye. Oh my goodness. Who's excited? Oh, Piggy. This is what happens every time I clean their cage. Every Saturday. Piggy. Alright guys, sorry for getting distracted. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.